welcome to our regular media briefing. We'll be brief today and leave some questions for the end. Since the beginning of the year, we've used this platform to make exciting announcements. And to present new initiatives, the topics have included the Aurora Strong campaign, which raised more than $500,000, the reversal of decision to cancel the Pride Parade leading to this year's parade being an outstanding success, the polar vortex updates that were critical for our community safety, and the new initiatives for the community like home internet safety courses and slow down, phone down driving safety campaign. And thank you to the media who help us disseminate all of this information. Today I'm excited to announce a new partnership that will directly impact residents in Aurora. Since I was elected 2 years ago, I've visited dozens of businesses. One of the common themes, particularly in the manufacturing world, is the need for qualified, dependable employees. Ironically, I've also crossed paths with hundreds of residents who are looking for quality, dependable jobs. Sometimes it seems like the two just aren't connecting. Well, we would like to help connect those links through the mayor's office. We were approached last week by a good friend of mine, John Aguilar, about helping to publicize positions he has at his company. John is a fellow Auroran who consistently gives back to the community and also serves as the HR manager of a company called CLARIOS. While it is simple enough for the city to share information, I believe we can form a more formal partnership with companies like CLARIOS. Today I'm excited to begin a new collaboration with CLARIOS and John Aguilar. Come on down for a second, John. Now, CLARIOS has a plant in the Fox Valley of nearly 200 employees, with a vast majority, I'm understanding almost 70%, is that correct, John?
65.
About 65 to 70% of its employees from the city of Aurora. And now I'm going to ask John to share more about the company we'd like to partner with and the new positions they have that they would like filled. That will be available for this summer. And we want to make sure that Aurorans fill those positions. John?
All right, thanks. Well, CLARIOS is actually formerly known as Johnson Controls, and Johnson Controls has been around for a very long time. So as of May 1st, it's actually transferred into CLARIOS. To kind of give you a little bit broad perspective of CLARIOS, what we do is actually we do car batteries. Okay, we own 70% of the aftermarket. So pretty much a high chance that your battery in your car was pretty much made by CLARIOS. We are actually worldwide. We have facilities in North America, South America, and Europe as well too. But my concentration, I have my agenda specifically is for the Geneva location. The Geneva location is actually, we have roughly, about 300 employees. About 65% is about come from Aurora. So when I was looking at the stats of exactly where they fall into, I said, well, you know what, let me call around. So I got an opportunity to talk to the mayor's office, and a light of bulbing hit. He's like, hey, it's a good collaboration here. So we are looking for, actually for second and third shift individuals. The base pay is about 15, but with incentives, cost of living adjustments, and shift differentials, that'll be $22 an hour. Very good start. We also offer benefits. We also offer 401k. We also offer tuition reimbursement. So we honestly hope that this collaboration, this communication with the city would actually benefit some good qualified candidates. Thanks.
Now, what we look forward to doing is helping link our community to CLARIOS by hosting a hiring event here at City Hall for those new positions. During the event, Aurora residents can conveniently come downtown to complete applications and be interviewed by HR representatives from CLARIOS here on site. The event will be held Wednesday, July 17th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at City Hall. I'll say that again. The event will be held on Wednesday, July 17th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here at City Hall. Watch our website and social media for continued postings. Now, for recent high school grads who are staying local and may be looking for employment, to displaced workers, to those who may need additional income to support their families, this is an opportunity for all. It's also an open call for our local companies who have similar needs. Through my office, we plan to use our resources to host even more hiring events for those who want to hire Aurora residents. Thank you for CLARIOS for being the first of hopefully many to work with the City of Aurora to start a new initiative and provide opportunities for our families. Do you have any questions from the meeting?
Is there a facility in Aurora, or is it just Geneva?
Their current facility is in Geneva, but as he stated, about 65% of the folks are from Aurora, so they are traveling. So we'd like to work with companies in and around Aurora. We call them our suburbs, to fill to help our citizens and fill positions. Bacon.
If someone who's not from the city of Aurora were to come to this hiring event, can they still put in to be hired, or are you strictly?
Well, our focus is our citizens of Aurora. However,
Right.
if somebody from, again, one of our suburbs shows up and wants to participate, we won't turn anyone away who
I would not
wants a
turn
job.
away.
Okay.
But our focus here at City Hall is to support citizens of Aurora. However, we don't turn any of our friends away.
These are permanent, full-time positions.
These are permanent
Okay.
full-time positions.
Initially, you said you'd be hiring this summer. I just wanted
Be
to
hiring
clarify,
this
it's not in the summer.
for permanent
For
full-time
permanent
positions.
full-time, great.
They're adding additional positions this
Okay.
summer. All right.
John, could you describe the
John?
products you do?
I'm sorry?
Could you describe what you do at your facility?
What I do?
Or what the company does? You say you're in the auto battery aftermarket.
We do basically batteries. We do batteries for golf carts. We do batteries for cars. We do also batteries for large trucks. We also do batteries at our other facilities.
I think his question is, do you actually manufacture?
Yeah,
Oh,
do you,
yes.
do you manufacture this?
No, we actually manufacture
Okay.
the only thing we don't manufacture there is actually the casing, what they call the poly, where actually the plates and the acid and the lead go in there. That's the only thing we do. We do not manufacture there. We do manufacture in our other facilities that actually ship it to the Geneva facility.
Okay. And where's the Geneva facility at?
It's off Kirk and 38.
And this used to be Johnson
It
Controls?
used to be Johnson Controls.
Okay, Steve.
What's the proper spelling of
I have
CLARIOS?
it right here.
Oh.
CLARIOS.
And they just purchased Johnson Controls? Is
They
that
purchased
right?
Johnson Controls of May 1st.
So to be clear, this is an international.
It's an international company.
Right.
Worldwide, we have about 30,000 employees. So it's very, worldwide, it was about billion dollar acquisition.
Can you give a description on what some of the jobs would be?
Some of the machine operators, stackers, loaders, forklift operators, inventory. It's kind of the vast variety. Let me add on to that. In August, and going back to what the mayor said, in August we are adding on a whole line that actually we need approximately about 22 people. So in order to get those 22 people, it's kind of basically a numbers game. You want to hire 22 people, but you have to probably interview about 60 to 80 to get those 22.
So that's what this is essentially for, is for those 22, and then I assume that you guys always are looking at some point potentially you could be expanding beyond that.
To be honest with you, that, and actually we're always looking for, any employer's looking for a good pipeline for qualified candidates. And especially now the way the unemployment is now, it's the lowest it's ever been in over 20 years, 25 years. So when I approached senior management about this, I said, this is completely new, it's completely out of the box, go ahead and do it. I said, well, and like I said, a simple phone call, 2 days later, I'm right here. So it's amazing how that turned out.
With the unemployment rate so low right now, has it been difficult to find qualified candidates?
It is. It's a variety of different issues. I think it's right now in the Fox Valley area. In King County, it's like 4.2. In DeKalb, it's probably the highest, like 4.5. But still in the outskirts, it's still about like under 4%. And everybody's still after the same type of talent. So everybody's going after the same golden nugget.
Let me go ahead.
Well, this is for you, Mayor.
All right.
This sounds like a situation that there's many other companies could have too. And are you worried they're all going to come saying, "Oh, we want a city hall," or is that what you would welcome?
We would welcome that, because the reality is this: there's although there are we have a all-time low of 4% unemployment rate. The reality is there are folks in Aurora that are unemployed.
Right.
Matter of fact, I got a call from a longtime friend just the other day about potential to acquire a job. The problem is that we need to connect the potential jobs with those folks that are unemployed. Once we make that connection, I think we can even drive our unemployment rate down even lower. And our position is we'd like to just facilitate making that connection. So I welcome other companies, and I hope other companies want to participate in this type of program with the City of Aurora. Question? All right. Now, before we take, thank you, John. Before we take general questions, I want to announce a ribbon cutting ceremony happening in downtown Aurora tomorrow at noon. Now, we do lots of ribbon cuttings, and what that means is we have lots of new businesses opening in Aurora, or we have a number of businesses expanding, businesses that have been in Aurora that are expanding and growing. But this will be our first for an $800 million a year company that has moved its Naperville office right here to downtown Aurora. Neotech. It's an engineering firm headquartered in California with more than a dozen locations in America, Mexico, and China. It has moved into the former Aurora National Bank / Midwest Bank building on the corner of Galena and Broadway. So I hope that all you guys will join us tomorrow for this historic ribbon cutting for Neotech, who's going to be joining the Aurora family right here downtown, in our downtown.
Is that taking place up on where they are on those floors where they're going to be?
Yes, it'll be taking place in their
the
office,
fifth
which will
floor.
be the, I believe, 5th and 6th floor.
Six, yeah.
Newly renovated offices that were specifically retrofitted for their company and their company's needs. Relocating from Naperville to Aurora.
Corporate headquarters, regional headquarters?
That will be their locally regional headquarters.
Okay.
Can you explain a little bit about what they do?
Well, you know what? Actually, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So please, that's the
be
hook,
continued,
brother.
right.
That's the hook. Just want to give you the hook, man.
Right,
You
yeah.
come tomorrow. I'll tell you everything now. You might not come tomorrow. I want to see you there.
Is there any kind of a 5-minute update you can give us on other businesses opening downtown, like the restaurants? Is there any
Well,
updates?
we're still, I just spoke with our staff at the ACK and our partners ACK. I spoke with Amy Morton, so that's full steam ahead. Of course, Terminal, we closed on that, and that's full steam ahead. You've probably seen fencing and
See a lot of windows open.
and windows opening,
Yeah.
so they're doing a lot of demolition in there now, so they can start. Matter of fact, they've already started on the Keystone building as well. We're currently in talks with a developer for the Hob, so we hope that contract will be online in the next month or so. We've got so much going on. Altiro is moving. They've already started doing some demolition in that space. So something's happening in Aurora, brother. Silver Plate is doing construction. If you go on Stope and Downer, they expect that they'll be serving up ice cream on July 4th when we have our parade in our downtown. So we got, of course, the Art Center has opened already here in the city of Aurora, and that was, I've been through there. It's a grand educational facility, art school, as well as what's the art place where they hang all the paintings?
Art gallery?
Art gallery. Help me out here. I'm getting a long day. Art gallery that has some wonderful art from the residents of the artist lofts that are amazingly talented individuals. Matter of fact, a couple of them, I'm going to be talking to them about doing a couple portraits of some folks in the mayor's office. And me. Did I leave that? Go ahead, brother.
And Mayor, I would also add, earlier you talked about the Art Center. We do want to give kudos to the new Art Center that reached out to the patrons of the Naperville Art Center that closed and offered them
Absolutely.
Free classes.
Yes, absolutely. So the Naperville Art Center has recently closed. It was in the media. And our ACA and our Art Center has reached out to all those students that had already been signed up for summer classes to come and participate in our courses that we are offering right here in Aurora. So we expect that these classes will be busy We're not just folks that are already signed up, Aurorans and those folks from outside of Aurora, but now the folks in Naperville, based on the closing of their art center, and we welcome them. Any more questions, gentlemen?
Just on the art center, would they be a better source to contact about some of the mechanics?
Some of the
Yeah.
programming and some of the classes they offer, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, yeah, check it out.
All right, so wow, this is a quick one. All right, so I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Appreciate you coming out. See you next time.
Or tomorrow, I suppose. At the ribbon cutting.
Oh, the ribbon cutting. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. The ribbon cutting.